Okay, we are going to be looking now at solving log and exponential equations without a calculator. So first, log equations, you're just going to follow these 3 steps. Isolate the log if you need to, rewrite it as an exponential, and then solve. So on this first one, I need to get log of x by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So this means that the log of x is equal to 2. My log's now by itself, so I can write it as an exponential. So the base of this is 10 when I have nothing there, so 10 squared is equal to x. Well, 10 squared is 100, so there is my x value, and I'm all done. On the next one, my log's already by itself, so I can write this as an exponential. That's going to be 5 to the third equals 2x. Well, 5 to the third is 125. So the last thing I'm going to be doing is dividing by 2, and this won't divide evenly, so I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. On the next one, again, my log is by itself, so as an exponential, this would be 3 to the negative 2 equals 1/2 x. 3 to the negative 2 is 1 over 9. The last thing I would need to do here is multiply both sides by 2, so again, I'm going to have a fraction and just leave that as 2 over 9. Okay, on the next one, I've got natural log, so that tells me my base is e. The log is already by itself, so e to the 1 is equal to x minus 5. Now, I don't have a calculator to evaluate e, so I'm just going to leave it in my answer. And then to get x by itself, I just need to add that 5, so e plus 5 is my answer. On the next one, I need to add 7. So this will be equal to 8. Then I can divide by 4. And the log base 2 of 16x is equal to 2. Once my log's by itself, I can write this as an exponential. And I know that 2 squared is equal to 16x. Well, 2 squared is 4. So to finish solving this for x, I'm just going to divide both sides by 16. This will stay a fraction, but I can reduce it to 1/4. And then the last one for this set, I'm going to add 2. So that the log base 4 of 3x minus 1 is equal to negative 1. So as an exponential, this will now be 4 to the negative 1 equals 3x minus 1. So 1/4 equals 3x minus 1. I'm going to add 1 and go ahead and put that as a fraction over here. So 5/4 equals 3x. Then I need to divide both sides by 3, and my final answer will be 5/12. To solve exponential equations, it follows a similar pattern. You are going to isolate your exponential, rewrite it as a log, and then solve. So on this first one, I need to subtract 1. So 7 to the x minus 8 equals 49. Now I can write this as a log. The log base 7 of 49 is equal to x minus 8. Well, I know log base 7 of 49 is 2. So if that's equal to x minus 8, I would just add 8 to both sides, and I find that x is 10. On the next one, I need to add 1, and then divide by 2. So 1 over 27 to the x is equal to 3. That as a log would be log base 1 over 27 of 3. So I have to think 1 over 27 to what power would give me 3? Well, first, if this is going from a fraction to a whole number, that means this is moving to my numerator. So I know my exponent needs to be negative. Then if I'm going from 27 to 3, that is a cube root, or the 1/3 power. So x is negative 1/3. On the next one, I need to add 2. Then divide by 2, so 16 is equal 4 to the x plus 3. So now that this is alone, I can say log base 4 of 16 is equal to x plus 3. Well, log base 4 of 16 is 2. So after I subtract 3, I now know that x is negative 1. On to the last row, my exponent's already by itself, so the log base 8 of 64 is equal to 4x plus 2. Well, log base 8 of 64 is 2. When I subtract 2, this becomes 0. Dividing by 4 again, x is still 0. Moving on, my exponential is by itself, so log base 4 of 64 is equal to x plus 1. The log base 4 of 64 is 3. So after subtracting 1, I find that x is 2. And then our very last one, I'm going to divide both sides by 6. And so 10 to the 3x plus 7 is equal to 1. So the log of 1 will be equal to 3x plus 7. Log of 1 is 0. So the last things I need to do here are subtract 7 and divide by 3. So x is going to be negative 7 over 3. And this is how we solve log and exponential equations without a calculator.